Hello, everyone. Jane here from Your Weight Loss, and today we're having fun, and we are going to simply answer questions regarding how do we feel about being moms, wives, healthy people. So it'll be fun.
It's a fun one.
We stole this question from a Q&A on the Catnap podcast. We loved it. So what is the question, Leash? What are we answering today? What are we talking about?
Okay, so the question is, what do we love the most about being a wife, a mom, a woman, and being a healthy person? And then we're going to answer what's the worst thing about being a wife, a mom,
our least favorite.
our least favorite. I wish I would have given myself more time to think before we pressed record.
I did not think this through at all, and I might regret my answers like when I listen to it when it comes out. But I mean, I think I also love the spontaneity of this.
It's fun to just go on the fly. Okay, so let's go back and forth.
Yes, I like that.
Do you feel like you have an answer for one of them?
Sure. Okay, let's do that. Like one time you start, like you say first, and then because I might want to steal yours and you might want to steal mine, so we have to like give ourselves that time to be the original one.
Oh my God.
I love this so much.
Are you like that kid that when you guys were playing and you were making the rules and it was like really like there was a lot of like you were organizing it?
I don't remember.
Oh my God. I feel like you were.
Probably. Okay, so favorite thing about being a mom. Okay, feeling so valued.
So needed.
So needed. Like you have value on this earth. People need you. You know what I mean? People love you and need you.
They need us.
And you would think that would be my least favorite because they're so needy. But it's actually my favorite part of like, I am someone's whole world, which is so scary.
It is scary. And like right now we're at that golden point where, we're almost just on the cusp of, our kids are getting that little bit older. But as of right now, we're pretty much our kids' entire world.
Yes, we are. And I feel like I have like a purpose. They've given me so much purpose on this earth. They are the why I'm here right now.
100%.
You know, if something were to happen to me, like sometimes one of my biggest fears, so many fears, is to get sick or whatever, and that I can't be their mom until they don't need me anymore. That would be, that crushes me when I hear that a mom is sick or whatever. I can't even
that crushes me as well. I think like everyone needs their mom,
Yes, exactly. And I know the mom wants to be there for her kids. So I think it's more like, you feel like you haven't fulfilled your purpose. If that's how I would feel, I would be like, oh my God, I need to get better. I need to be here to make sure that I do my part. It's like, when you have kids, they've given you that purpose in life. And when you don't, you have another purpose. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I do feel like when you're a mom, they legit take up all of your, all of your purpose is to be their mom. So they make me feel purposeful and valued.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is kind of nice, huh?
Check. Good job so far. I think for me, my favorite part about being a mom or the best thing is like watching them grow and like watching their little personalities come and watching them like develop and like, learn how to ride a bike, start to read. Like, I mean, and when they were little, start to walk, start to talk, like as ridiculous as losing their first tooth, which is literally nothing they do. Like it just comes out, pooping on the potty, like those like developmental milestones, I just think are so beautiful from the lens of a mother to watch this human that you created go through life. Like that is beautiful.
Yeah, it's something. So that would be, I love that. Of course. I mean, I love seeing their little identities kind of create and how they're different. You're like, where are you coming from? Like, oh my God.
Should we talk about Dia's English accent? Like watching
her. God.
It's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. Obviously, she's learning English or listening to English from other sources than at the home.
Absolutely.
So
we don't talk English here, but I don't know where she gets it from, but she has this like friends, like it's like y'all. I don't know.
Yes, it's like she's from the South. It's amazing.
It's something. And sometimes it makes her look bitchy. Like the way she talks, I'm like, so I warned Alicia. I was like, just so you know, her accent makes her look so snotty. I don't know. I can't explain it. And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. Like she's like, why? Like that? Oh my God. I'm like, Arette. Oh my God. The way you're talking.
Oh, it's good.
God. It's
okay. Good. What is the hardest part about being a mom?
the constant, like you are, it's almost like the same as my favorite part is you are constantly needed. And even if you were to lend your children, for a night, you are still their mom. No one can do what you do. No one can really replace you in terms of like, because you were there the whole time. So I think it's just like, I think only after you have children is you understand how a lot it is.
Yesterday, I had a moment where I was not feeling good yesterday. Anyways, everything seemed really hard for me yesterday. And like the kids are like, they're looking at me, eye contact. Okay. I'm looking at them and they still feel the need to go, Mom. And do you know what I mean? And I was like, how many times did I open the door? And like the second they open the door, they haven't even seen me yet. Mom. Like it's instant.
I could not feel more what you're saying about like I am in the same room as you. Why do you need to say, Mom, before you ask the question? Just ask the question. Or say, Hey, Mama, peux-tu keep going? I do not need to say yes. Like, obviously, I'm effing right here. Like, I'm right here next to you.
Wait,
there's something about it that annoys me too. I'm like, oh my God, why do you need to say, Mom? Like,
it's annoying because we hear it 7,000 times a day.
I know.
What about when they're in the pool? I don't know if your kids do this, but in the pool, my kids are like, Mom, watch this. Mom, watch this. Mom, watch this. I'm like, oh, you don't have to say that. I'm watching you all with my eyes so you don't die and drown. Like, stop saying, Mom, watch this.
Whew. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. And then yes, you're like, I am someone that has so much help with my kids, but there's the guilt of like not being there. There's something. It's something.
Yeah. And that's for me, the hardest part for me about being a mom is the guilt.
Okay. And it's so like you have to be so selfless. Everything their needs comes first, like, and so that's why sometimes like when people have babies late in life, when they're like 35, I'm like, oof. Like obviously there's parts of having a child at 35 that are advantages from having it at 25, like in terms of financially or just like maturity or whatever, or you've had so much life to like you've lived so much life before actually getting a child, getting one. You know how I am, that's translating from French, having a child. But I'm like, there was a lot of time where you were like you only had to worry about you, and all of a sudden there was just like more time of you just thinking of you, and now you're like, oh fine,
Yeah, it's constant. And you have to work, like as a mom, you have to work at actively taking care of yourself. Like it is effort. Like you need to be purposeful with taking time for yourself, your goals, your health, your other relationships other than the ones with your children. Like you have to be purposeful with that. And I am, and I
prioritize it.
Prioritize it, but I still, my gosh, my guilt is so much better than it used to be. But like, I'll put my kids to bed legit in 1 month. Let's say there's 30 days, they get put to bed by me 27 times, maybe more, but the 3, I'm guilty. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. No. Yes. Like tomorrow night, I don't know what time we're leaving, but I'm like, is it before bedtime? Is it after bedtime? You feel guilty that you're not there. And then I teach spin. I never feel guilty for spin though. I think it's because I've been doing it for so long. And I also did it before she was born. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I've been doing it for more than being a mom. So I'm like, this is important to me. And it's legit like 5 minutes. And now though, I don't put Noah to bed. I have less guilt with Noah. Dia is more like the guilt tripper person. So now on Mondays and Wednesdays, she goes to bed at 8. So she waits till I come back. Whatever. So she can have a kiss. All good. And Noah's so usually still up and I walk in. He's so happy to see me. Mama,
it's so light this time of year that it's like,
yes, and we have awake.
Yes, we have kids who don't go to school. They're homeschooled that live in our neighborhood. So they're like often just like up later because they don't have to get up at a certain time. And like my kids can hear their kids playing and running outside. And I'm like, it's nighttime. I promise. You can hear kids playing and it's really light, but it's nighttime. Good night.
Yep.
Okay, we need to move on.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Okay, being a wife.
Oh, okay. Leash, you're first. What is your favorite part about being a wife?
I'm like, I'm proud, which maybe is a ridiculous thing.
Okay. A
I
proud
don't
of being married?
Yeah, proud of having a good relationship with my husband. I'm proud that I take care of myself and my husband gets like my husband is proud of me too. You know, he's like, this is my wife. Like he loves that.
Yes,
And I
he better love that.
I think it's partly it's just like having that teammate and having that person who is my person and no matter what, we've said that over and over, like no matter what, this is it. This is not an option. There's no other option. So I don't know. Maybe it's just having that comfort. I don't know how to
I
exactly say it.
No, I know what you mean. For me, the word came like being a wife means security for me.
Yeah,
I
okay.
know, you know what I mean? I think that's where
Yes.
you were going. It's like I know he's gonna be there. And so I know that and it's also just having a partner to be like, hey, let's do this. It's like a constant person in your life that's consistent. It so that provides security, you know? So that would be it for me. It's like, and what does that mean? Being a wife just means you have a partner. You know, I think
Yeah.
that's the part what's the best and what's the worst part, that you are in a relationship, I guess, whether it's a ring or no ring. I think people would agree when you have a partner that you absolutely love, that you're happy, that's home, it's just having another human that, especially if you are a couple that has kids, that makes it even more unique and special and so remarkable to be able to love. There's only your husband that can love your kids the way you love them, just having another human to go through life with, because it can be quite amazing as a couple to go through life together,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And
I,
and Neil and I are not the couple at all who's like I love going with him places, but then we don't talk to each other. Do you know what
yes.
I mean? But I
Yeah.
love that he's there and I love like seeing him have his relationships and interact with
Yeah.
people. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I love when I know he's in the room. Again,
Yeah.
it's the security piece.
Yeah.
You have one person that has your back no matter what. If something were to happen or whatever, it's security. It's like you feel à paix, tu feel bien.
Okay. Hardest or worst part about being a wife?
Okay, so basically the worst part of having a partner.
Okay.
What's the hardest part of having a partner is feeling the constant not having time alone. Like there's always compromising. There's always like, you have to kind of get someone else's opinion for choices as well. So think of someone that's single versus single that's not. They just do whatever. You know what I mean? They're the only decision makers.
Yes.
So I think that can be hard, but at the same time is a thing that I like, because I don't like to always be the decision maker. But I think that I sometimes would like more time alone. I'm someone that likes to be alone, like no kids, no husband, no.
It's funny because you love being around humans as well.
I know. It's
But you
funny.
do love alone time.
Yeah, I do love alone time. So let's say he has a commitment of some sort and the kids are gone, like Saturday. Wow. Just sitting there. And again, vive pas, there's guilt.
Oh,
You're a
really?
wife. There's guilt of like, if you're on your phone and whatever, like I think maybe it's like, am I doing the best I can? It's like when your kids are on the iPad, you're like, am I being a good mom? Well, if you're on the phone and you're not having sex, are you a good wife? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just always like kind of like there's like social things that you should be doing and not doing as a quote unquote good relationship, good mom, good person. There's just, you know what I mean? Like, why can't I just like be myself?
I mean, you do.
I do.
Okay, so for me, the hardest part about having a husband or a spouse basically is compromising on the shit that he doesn't do that it seems ridiculous to me, like putting your gosh darn shoes where the shoes live or putting the correct garbage in the garbage. Those are my top.
I mean, you're living with another human and
Yeah.
they're not going to do things the way you think is normal to do the things.
Yep.
And so again, when I think of like single people, they don't have to deal with the conversations and the like, really, that's where you put your things, you
Yep.
know, because you just have to deal with you.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages to all of the lives, all of the choices.
All of the lives.
Okay, that was great. Okay, next.
Okay, being a woman. What is your turn to start? What is your favorite thing about being a woman?
All right, I do have to say that I love being a woman. I would not want to be a man, and you could nope. I would never want to trade that. That's never been like a thing. Like, oh, wish I would be a man instead of a woman because I could get this, or like just the stereotype. Nope, I would totally choose to be a woman again. And my favorite thing about being a woman is I don't know. I feel like we live, especially in 2021, we live in a very like empowered women world. And so that makes me proud to be a part of that. And I think women are beautiful and sexy and they have this aroma, is this the right word? Of just like they're they're just they're freaking superheroes. Like that's how I see women on this earth is there are superheroes. Like women do all the things and carry the children and have 4 kids and are just like keeping it calm and like I don't know. Sometimes we lose it in the pantry and we lock the door, but that's totally fine. But you know what I mean? Like I don't know, we prove to men and we prove to society that we got this and that we can, finally in 2021 kind of like create our own happiness.
Yeah.
Makes me proud. I love it.
I would say the word you were looking for was aura.
Aura, not aroma. Aroma
is how you smell.
Smell. Okay, a scent.
Aura is like kind of like like how you look, but not really how you look, like what's around you.
Okay, cool. Both words.
Perfect. Women smell amazing.
Yes.
I'm the same. I love being a woman. I think too, you and I, what we get to do and the message that we get to get across to other women is so powerful. I love watching women take care of themselves. I love women accomplishing things that felt hard to them and just going for what they believe in and what they want. So I guess my favorite part about being a woman is cheering other women on and hopefully modeling to other women what their life can look like.
Yeah. No, beautiful. Yes. Yes to everything you just said. Absolutely. Okay, what's my least favorite thing about being a woman? I think social standards or like double standard, is that a thing? Like I just feel like there are standards for women to like, okay, Kat and Nat said something and they often say these things about their husbands and I'm like, oh, I can relate to that. I don't think your husband's like that, but Jeff is certainly like that. It's like I'm not allowed to be tired. There's like this thing where like I think there are she's like, my husband is like, why are you tired? And did you just see what Nat went through? Like flying there, 4 kids, the driving, the planning, the stress. She owns a friggin' business. Like, but it's like they don't. Sometimes it's like I said my favorite part is like we're superheroes and super women, but at the same time, I don't like that. That's what's expected. I think it should be like, wow, what an amazing woman this person is creating such goodness, but not like expected. Like, of course she can do that, or of course she should. Nah. We're friggin' tired. We also don't always love our husbands or our kids or, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just like sometimes that double standard of women and men, like how they're different and how like, I don't know, things are expected of us because we have a vagina. Like, yes. and I don't like that.
That's an amazing way to put it. Like, oh, you're exercising. Who's taking care of your children? My husband, like the guy that was there. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing whatever. And people are wondering where the kids are when they see a woman doing something and no one's asking that when it's the man.
Yeah.
And, someone say, oh, what are you cooking for supper? What is my husband cooking for supper? Right. So there's a lot to be said about the differences, the expectations of someone with a vagina.
Social pressures for sure. And like, what's like a good wife or a good mom or just a good female, you know what I mean? Like cooks for the family, like, blah, blah, blah. There's certainly we have work to do still, but we've come a long way.
Okay. The thing that I like the least about being a woman.
Having our period sucks. Let's be real.
I don't know. My period's not that bad. I'm like, meh.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's like if we were to say like woman versus men, I mean, it's one of the things.
Okay, I'm ready. Not being
What?
able to pee standing up.
Okay.
I would love to be able to pee standing up.
Wouldn't it be fun?
It would
I
be
mean, you
so
can,
fun.
but it's gonna create a mess.
You're right. I could.
Yeah.
Camping season last year really taught like I needed to step up my squatting game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
thing you can buy that you can pee in a
Oh, there's that other piece of me that I hate like peeing. I'm also traumatized from my mom peeing her pants so much when I was young. It's disgusting.
I remember how like you get so
I
mad.
get
Like I think it's
so
obviously
mad. Yeah.
hilarious when your mom
Yeah.
laughs so much that she pees her pants and you
Yeah.
are mad.
I am mad. I am disgusted. I am upset. I am traumatized. I get
Okay.
so mad. Okay.
Okay, one last thing. So being a healthy person. I don't know whose turn it is to go
Your
first.
turn, girl. What's your favorite thing about being a healthy person? Oh, how to choose just one.
I mean, how could you choose? But I guess just going through my life feeling like I got this and that I can handle this and that I have the energy to take on whatever life would throw at me. That is like it's the energy that I have on a day-to-day basis that I see other people struggling with just basic things because they're so tired. And that doesn't bother me because I'm not tired. Like when you're tired, everything seems worse.
Oh, yeah. So much drama when we're tired.
And I have all the energy to take on anything that I need because I am a healthy person.
I love that. So basically, the thing you love the most is the energy and feeling like you can do anything.
Yep.
Um, I think that my favorite part about I'm like so proud. Like there's
Yeah.
something about it, and I don't know if I'm prouder because I didn't like I was not on that path, and I needed to put myself on the path, and I needed to prioritize it. Whereas like I think Jeff was like more put on a path to be a healthy person, whereas I was put on another path as a child. And then I think at the end of the day, like that's where it stems from, right? And so I'm just like so proud of putting myself on the path of where I am today. And I guess the best part about being a healthy person is the fact that I feel like I did the right thing. Like this was absolutely the right choice, the right path. Like I'm going to live a healthier life because of it. I am hopefully going to live longer because of it. And while I'm living longer, I am freaking happy. You know? I think that people that have never been overweight sometimes don't have those conversations because they don't know that they can lose it. Once they lose it, that's when you're like, man, it was way better when I was healthy. You know,
Yeah.
life is
Life.
better. Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was
what's
a good
your
one.
least favorite part of being healthy or living a healthy lifestyle? Least favorite part?
I don't even know.
I know. Let me think. I mean, there's that piece to the Jose personality that really, really enjoys eating a lot. So, I mean, that's never going to go away. What I've done though is I've been able to coexist her with the person I want to be as well. Whereas in the past, I wouldn't even have tried to coexist the two. It felt like it needed to be one or the other, but they can certainly coexist. So the Jose that loves volume and loves to eat out and whatever, she can still exist while this one exists as well. So that's great. That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. But my least favorite is that you can't have it all. You can't do it all and you can't have it all. And it is what it is. Not that I ever think like I don't have it all, but I do have to make choices. It's like being married. You have to make choices. You have to compromise, but
Yeah.
I'm choosing the life with a partner. I'd rather have a life with a partner than a life alone. Well, I'd rather have a life where I need to say no to the third ice cream this week than having a life obese. But like still, it's one of those things where you can't have it all, So
Mhm.
that's it. Other than that, I would choose this life a bajillion times over and again, just like I would choose a life with a partner without being alone. Although I said if Jeff leaves, I'm staying alone. But like I wouldn't choose that,
We always say that.
We always say that. We're like, never would I ever embark on another journey of finding whatever. We'll be together. So if something happens to one of our husbands, then we can leave whatever husband's left.
Okay.
Or
he'll
we could just do the three of us. I would
Dad,
love to just join your family.
I would love to move into your home with your
Perfect.
family.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, we would rock it.
We would totally rock it.
We'd
Whatever
have to-
husband's left would love it.
Yeah, I don't know which husband we want left. They have such different qualities and would provide such goodness.
Exactly. I think we should just keep both. Let's make sure both stay alive and well.
We always say that, like, unless a man like comes knocking at our door, then it's over.
Oh yeah, if he comes knocking at our door and is like, I'll do whatever you want. I will not have opinions or ideas. I just am going to be here whenever you feel the need that you need someone. Okay, I'll be like, okay, well, let's try this. It's basically how we'll do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this was fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah, this was easy. I love talks like this.
It was so fun.
How's your summer going?
Epic.
Awesome.
It like just started, and like we got time still to continue the epicness.
Yes to everything. Okay, you guys. Well, this was a fun chat. Hopefully you learned a bit more about all the things, and maybe we inspired you to think about your own favorite parts and least favorite parts. And I think it's a fun conversation. It's just like fun to talk about. Okay, so find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook under Your Way Weight Loss, or join us at yourwayoursupport.com. Bye, guys.
See ya.